Hello and welcome back to Global Bike Buzz, where we bring you deep dives into the latest two-wheeled machines from around the world. Today we have something special, the 2026 Cfmoto 1000 Mount X. This is a bold move by Cfmoto into the larger adventure, sports touring class, and we'll explore every angle and the styling, the engine, performance, pricing, and finally wrap up with our verdict. So get comfortable, hit that subscribe button, and let's roll. We start with the first impressions. The 1000 Mount X immediately commands respect. The front end is aggressive and purposeful. The headlight assembly is sharp and angular, with twin LED units, or a full LED cluster depending on region, that give it a modern, intense stare. You'll notice a tall windscreen, adjustable in most markets, which helps with wind management on highway rides. The beak-like front fender extends forward, giving it that ready-for-adventure look even when stationary. The front forks are upside down, USD style, robust and beefy, hinting at serious duty ahead. You might also catch aero winglets or side deflectors integrated into the fairing, which add to both the visual drama and functional airflow. Shifting focus to the side view, it's where the Mount X shows its silhouette and proportions. The tank is sculpted, muscular, with deep recesses for the knees and a sense of tension in its lines. Side fairings are angular, sliced, and dynamic. They flow back into the midsection, giving a sense of motion even while parked. The frame is partially exposed, with trellis or semi-trellis structural elements visible, adding both aesthetics and ruggedness. The seat rises slightly toward the rear, giving the bike a sporty posture. The exhaust is tucked under or side-mounted depending on market, with a decent bulge but not overdone. The rear section is compact, with tail panels that slope upward, and a slim LED tail lamp that emphasizes width over length. The footpicks, passenger accommodations, and pannier mounts, if offered, merge into the overall side view without spoiling the aesthetics. From the back, the 1000 Mount X presents a clean, purposeful stance. The tail lamp is crisp and slim. A full LED bar in many versions, and the turn indicators are tucked in cleanly. The rear fender is minimal but functional, usually incorporating the license plate holder. The tire is wide, with a rugged tread pattern hinting at mixed road and off-road capability. The exhaust outlet is tucked to the side or beneath, integrated in a way that doesn't clutter the rear view. The overall rear profile is balanced, not overly tall, not too stubby. It suggests agility and purpose. Now let's dive under the skin. The heart of this bike is reportedly a triple engine AES. A 3-cylinder unit is rumored to be in the works. According to recent leaks and industry sources, Cfmoto is planning a triple, making around 77 pounds-feet of torque at 6,250 revolutions per minute, approximately 104.5 Newton-meters. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2. The displacement and full power figures are still under wraps in some markets, but the torque claim is already substantial and suggests serious mid-range punch. The triple layout would give Cfmoto a distinct character, putting it in competition with established 900A 1000cc triples from other manufacturers. The engine is liquid-cooled, with a modern design, and will likely feature ride-by-wire throttle and multiple riding modes, for street, off-road, sport, rain, etc. The cooling system, intake routing, and exhaust mapping will be critical in making this engine both responsive and smooth. At Rider.com, Cfmoto is also rumored to equip this bike with a 21-inch front wheel, following true adventure bike tradition, which suggests it's designed to take on rough terrain as well as highway miles. IDRSS inverted question mark 1/2. Suspension duties are expected to be handled by premium inverted forks up front and a monoshock at the rear, with adjustable preload, rebound, and possibly compression damping. Braking hardware should be strong. Twin discs up front, perhaps radial calipers, and a single disc at the rear, supplemented by ABS and possibly cornering, lean-sensitive electronics. At Rider.com on to performance. Though full official dyno numbers are not yet confirmed for all markets, the quoted torque figure speaks volumes about its character. A bike offering 77 pounds-feet of torque means it should feel strong in the mid-range, pulling hard from 3,000 7,000 revolutions per minute, making highway overtakes and winding road riding confident affairs. With a triple configuration, you can expect a broader spread of power, smoother transitions between gears, and a character quite distinct from parallel twins or V-twins. The top end might stretch, maybe even toward 10,000 11,000 revolutions per minute in some tunes, though Cfmoto will likely tune it for reliability and usable power rather than peak chasing. On the road, you can expect the 1000 Mount X to behave as a refined sport-adventure hybrid. On asphalt, it should feel composed, stable at speed, with the chassis absorbing imperfections well. The aerodynamic fairing and windscreen should reduce buffeting, especially at highway speeds. In corners, the bike's weight distribution, chassis geometry, and suspension setup will determine how sharply it dives and responds. Early impressions suggest a nimble, confidence-inspiring ride, not overly heavy or lazy. Off-road or on gravel, Thanks to the tall front wheel and semi-adventure geometry, it should be capable in light to moderate terrain, though this will depend heavily on tires, suspension setup, and rider aids, traction control, ABS modes, etc. Fuel efficiency is another variable. With a bigger engine and sporty tuning, one might expect mid-20s to low 30s mpg, US, or somewhere in the range of 4A 6 liters/100 kilometers under mixed riding conditions. But with a full tank, perhaps somewhere between 18A 20 liters, based on similar Cfmoto designs, its range should be respectable for touring. Pricing is always sensitive and region-specific. Since this is a new and potentially premium model, expected to be positioned above Cfmoto's mid-range bikes. In markets where Cfmoto is competitive, pricing might land in the territory of comparable 900A 1000cc adventure bikes, adjusted for import taxes, localization, support. For example, in some markets, such a bike might command a price premium over the 800 mount series. Realistic ballpark guesses might place it in the mid to high five-figure USD equivalent range, or regionally perhaps in the $12,000 $18,000 bracket, depending heavily on duties, options, and features. Also expect variants, base, premium, adventure package, which could shift pricing up or down. Let's talk features, ergonomics, and user experience. The rider triangle is expected to be upright and comfortable for long rides. Handlebars wide but not extreme, pegs set for a balance of aggression and comfort, and seating that supports both city and highway stints. The display likely will be a full-color TFT unit, possibly with smartphone connectivity, Bluetooth, navigation support, gear indicator, trip meters, and real-time diagnostics. Additional features might include cruise control, multiple ride modes, traction control, wheelie control, cornering ABS, and perhaps semi-active suspension in higher trims. Maintenance and reliability will come under scrutiny. As with any new flagship, early adopters will watch how durable the triple engine is, how easy parts and servicing are, and how the electronics perform in real-world conditions. If Cfmoto plays its cards right, offering a robust service network and spare parts support, the 1000 Mount X could win hearts. So where does this bike shine, and where might it be challenged? Its strengths appear to lie in its bold styling, the promise of strong mid-range power thanks to the torque-rich triple, versatile chassis able to handle both tarmac and light off-road, and modern features. Challenges include proving reliability in long-term use, beating or at least matching the refinement and proven performance of established players, and pricing it competitively. In closing, the 2026 Cfmoto 1000 Mount X looks like a serious statement from Cfmoto, a move toward high-performance, premium machines rather than just value offerings. If Cfmoto can deliver on the torque, electronics, chassis setup, and support network, this could be a game-changer in its segment. For riders wanting a distinct character, bold looks, and the promise of performance, the 1000 Mount X offers a compelling proposition. But as always, we'll reserve final judgment until more real-world tests and long-term reviews emerge. Thank you for watching this deep dive with Global Bike Buzz. If you enjoyed this, give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and ring the bell to stay tuned. We'll bring you hands-on reviews, road tests, comparisons, and more. Until next time, ride safe and ride bold.